Unless you hold your breath for a little bit. Alrighty. Let's see here.
Uh-oh. He says he's having issues with the kid.
Oh no. Should
Looks
we
like
wait up?
Annie's not going down to bed like she's supposed to be.
Shame. That's all right. These things happen.
My kid never gives me problems.
Just a perfect little angel.
Absolutely. Don't know what's taking him so long.
My kid doesn't fight bedtime like it's the plague or something. No, not at all. Never.
No, absolutely not. My kid didn't, decide to skip her afternoon nap today because she just didn't want to take a nap despite being extremely cranky. It happened today. I don't know what that's like.
That really is the worst part. When you know that they're tired and they just won't. They just are so mad at the fact that they're tired. Right?
Yes.
How dare you put me down in my crib to go to sleep? How dare you not be holding me right now?
Yeah. My sister pointed out how it's like the funniest thing ever because they're so angry because they're tired. And the solution is so simple just go to sleep. And yet, like, they won't. It's like the solution's right there. The answer to fix all of this is right there. You just need the sleep. And they're like, nope.
Reach out and grab it. Just take the solution. It's there. How's the whole parenthood stuff treating you these days, Mr. Mason? Hanging in there?
Pretty much everything you guys just said, I'm also dealing with. Like my son last night, he didn't go to bed he didn't go to sleep until close to midnight, and then he would only sleep for like 2 hours at a time. So today, yeah, and then today it's like I had to get schoolwork and stuff done. So luckily, like my mother-in-law's in town, so she was kind of watching them, and
That's nice.
so I was able to get schoolwork done, and she's helping my girlfriend out and everything. So like, it's just exhausting, but fun. Lots of fun. So, lots of laughs.
Seems like a really cute little guy.
He is. How's things been y'all's way?
Just keep on keeping on, you know. Kids and everything else.
Yeah, I think I missed the last session, right?
Weren't you here? Were you?
No, he had to leave early.
Oh, right.
He ducked out early. That's right.
That's right. You wanna give him a quick rundown of the current situation and what happened while he was gone?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure when you ducked out, but basically, long story short, we were exploring as we do. So we got past that mermaid girl. We were exploring down these other chambers. We came across like a hallway with all these murals on it. Um, I think one, correct me if I'm wrong, Matthew, one was like the building of the civilization, and then the other one was like its destruction. Anyway, oh, and we found a couple other things. Like, if you're looking at the map, there was like a floating light down this hallway that disappeared. We haven't gone down there, but there's like a hole over there. Over in this area, there's like a hallway full of like skeletons in the like, mummy style on the wall.
Okay.
Anyway, we decided to go down this other hallway. Dimitri found some sort of artifact. I think it was a scroll or a book of some sort, and he touched it, and it set off a trap. and now where that pink line is, basically like the floor kind of seesawed. So like where Dimitri is went down and a wall came up right where we're standing. And he's now trapped in there. And I think in game we've spent like 2 hours trying to figure out what to do to get him out. I don't. Sorry, I take that back. I don't think it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, you like at most maybe half an hour to an hour
Yeah.
that he's been stuck in there at this point.
Yes.
I think I need to have you guys do another roll for the poisonous gas down there for damage.
Yes.
But we'll get to that once we get started, sort of thing. But yeah. So
Okay.
And you got to use your really cool ability to like speak to stones, and we've established that chances are this like wall that's come up is probably locked at the top. And so Lena's been banging at it, and with very little success. Basically, that knowledge is useless to us. We need to figure out how to open the door. Let's see. And other
Speaking
news?
of Lena, would one of you like to maybe run her for us, please?
I am Lena.
Since she's not going to be able to. I'm sorry, I meant speaking of Mariah's character.
Mariah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Lena was banging at it. Mariah, I think, tried to give it a go. Yeah, Ashari. Yeah, we should probably.
I mean, yeah, I can try and control her.
Cool. Groovy, can you open her sheet and move her and stuff?
Currently I cannot.
Okay, let me give you permissions.
Actually, where? Oh, I see her character right here. Yeah, I
He's
can't.
right here.
Yeah, I can't do anything with it.
Okay, let me fix that for you here.
Hi.
Oh, you want a hug?
Oh, yeah.
You want a hug? Okay. Okay.
All right. What do you guys think about having that?
Okay, try it again there, Mason. See if you can move her and open up her character sheet and stuff. You good?
Yeah, I got it open.
Okay.
Reckless attack starting. Sorry, I was just reading her abilities.
No worries.
Reckless
We apparently
attack
have some time.
starting
Unless you
level
guys
2.
want to start without Colby.
You throw aside all conservative defense to attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn.
I
But attack rolls.
would feel bad starting without Colby just because
Mm-hmm.
his character is the one
At third
trapped.
level,
Yeah,
as an
he's-
action, you can
A
open your
time-sensitive
awareness to the
issue.
presence of
Yeah,
concentrated
it's
magic.
his fate that's on the line currently.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
What?
I love the Star Wars in the background.
Our son has decided he likes the old Star Wars movies, so he's been watching A New Hope. And,
The old
Empire
ones are
Strikes
the
Back
only
and
ones that
stuff.
exist, right?
They are the best ones, but I still can enjoy the others.
So
They have their flaws, but
apparently, Ashari can restore spell slots for people.
really,
I
Is
did
that
not know
just
this.
at her current level or in the future.
It says level 6.
Ooh, so it's something new she just got.
Does it require a rage or something? Or
No, it
what
just
does she have
says
to do?
beginning at 6th level, you can harness your wild magic to bolster yourself or a companion. If you do it, you can either choose for them to add a D3 to their attack, or an ability check and add the number rolled to the D20. Or you can roll a D3 and the creature regains one expended spell slot, the level of which equals the number rolled or lower.
She can just do that as many times as she wants. There's got to be a limit. Is there? There's gotta be a
Yeah,
limit.
so she can take this action a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Also, once a creature has received that, they can't receive it again until after a long rest. So a creature she can only restore a spell slot for one person once until a long rest.
Okay. So proficiency bonus for you guys currently is 2 or 3.
For what though?
Just your general proficiency bonus
Um.
is +3. Okay.
Oh, hers is
Proficiency
plus
bonus-
3. Yeah.
Okay.
So she can do that 3
You can do that
times.
3 times a day, but only once for each person in a day. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm not sure if she's used that yet.
Yeah. That is pretty cool.
That's a cool ability. I got a 3-year-old I got to deal with. I'll be back since we're waiting on Colby.
Okie dokie. I'll be back also. I saw that little Nikki baby picture.
With a little like smirk.
Yeah.
All her bottles. If you like that, it might be like that.
No. She asked if we were going. Yeah, I don't think that. Okay, let's see here. Oh.
Well, if it isn't Dimitri Dark.
You hear me?
Yes, you're a little soft, but I can hear you.
How's that?
Better.
Okay. Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm here, by the way. I'm just eating, so.
Child is starting to get into those terrible twos.
Yeah. Buckle in. I
Yeah.
got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. They're both a handful. That's why I actually had to just leave. The 1-year-old's getting a bath from mom, and the 3-year-old wants to join in because he loves bath time. But that's not happening right now. So it is what it is, though. All righty.
There's the right game.
Well, last we left off, Dimitri Dark was in dire straits, trapped, encapsulated, with his friends on the outside trying to figure out a way to free him. So we can go ahead and jump right in unless y'all got something else or any questions or anything like that.
Can I search along the walls to see if there's any like crevices for like a reset mechanism for this trap or
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. And even if you aren't proficient in investigation, because this is basically applies to your stone cunning, you can add your proficiency bonus to the roll if you aren't already proficient.
I'm not proficient, so it would be adding 3 to that.
So 17. Okay, so taking a look here, basically what happened was, if you can kind of see here, right where that line sort of is, that's where the wall kind of went up. And it's like the passageway itself, the floor, sort of tilted up and made a wall here and then a slope on the other side. Obviously, you guys can't see the slope. Dimitri can. But it just kind of and then locked in place. And as you search around the edges here, it's a pretty solid seal, like very little clearance there. Almost like it seems like the work of a master mason who put these together, right? So that it would fit just so. But you're not seeing anything to like grab onto or any switches, mechanisms that could be used to reset it, as you said there. But from previous roll made on your behalf while you were gone, you were able to determine with your stone cunning that it looks like the most logical way for this to work, a stone device like this, would be for it to kind of lock somewhere at the top, though you can't see that locking mechanism from where you are because the way it fits together so snugly.
So, if I like go back and investigate this wall and this wall a little bit, can I search these walls to see if there's any sort of like
Definitely.
reset or anything like that?
Yeah, give me another investigation check. And again, since you're dealing with stone here, your stone cunning would apply.
So it would be
Okay.
so that'd be
this time we're at
15.
a 15. Okay. So you search up and down these halls, taking a look for any sort of irregularities or something that might be like a release toggle or a reset button of some kind. And unfortunately, nothing seems to stick out to you. It seems like pretty mundane, basic walls, very similar to the rest of this place that you've gone through. So, Colby, maybe you can help us remember. About how much time in game did we determine you guys have spent so far trying to get you out of this?
I don't know. I think we were asking that last time, like how long people would work on it until they
Mhm.
gave up.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we need to figure out now, because we're basically at a point where I got to decide if enough time has passed for another roll on the poisonous mist that fills these lower chambers here, for everybody to make a roll basically against the poison. So I know that Lena had cast her shillelagh and was sort of whacking away at the stone. Not super effective even with the shillelagh, but making some dents in the mortar and stone.
Trying to do something.
What's everybody else doing in this time?
Okay, I want to try two things. First of all, with not the two things I want to try, but I will call out to Dimitri and ask him if he's like safe on the other side, or that like nothing's gonna fall on him or anything like that he can see. Can he hear us through the wall?
So you kind of tried this a little bit last time. No sound seems to be able to penetrate the thick rock that's sort of separating you guys.
Okay.
You haven't really been able to hear anything from his side, and he hasn't really heard anything from your guys' side.
Okay,
So
so
communication seems difficult. Maybe impossible, you're not sure.
All right. I will try two things then. The first being casting thaumaturgy to create tremors to see if it will unlock the mechanism. And then casting thaumaturgy again to instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open.
Okay. So you're trying to shake the lock mechanism loose,
Yes.
and then try to cause it to open with thaumaturgy.
Yes.
Okay. I like where your head's at with this. Can you cast multiple instances of thaumaturgy?
Yes.
Like have more than one effect up at the same time? How many can you do?
Yes, it says if you cast a spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 of its 1 minute effects active at a time, and you can dismiss such an effect as an action.
Okay. So let's take a look at thaumaturgy.
I can link it.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, put it in the chat. Okay, assign a supernatural power. Voice booms, flames to flicker, brighten and dim. Harmless tremors in the ground for a minute. Raven. Unlock door, a window to fly open, slam shut. Okay. All right. Okay. So you cast your spell and you begin to feel these slight tremors. And you try to use it in that similar way that you would with like an unlocked door or window. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have any effect when you do so. I like where your head's at with this, though. That was a creative use of the spell. If you don't already have it, go ahead and take some inspiration just for the cool idea. I liked it.
I don't have it. Okay.
A little bit beyond the scope of a cantrip to sort of unlock this. You're basically trying to use thaumaturgy to cast the knock spell. I like the idea. I did. That's why I'm giving you inspiration for it. It was cool, but not quite gonna work in this particular instance.
So we've determined that there's no really cracks that we can see or anything like that, right? Like we
In the
wouldn't
entire hallway.
be able to like wedge anything in there.
Not easily. like I said, the clearances are clearly done by someone who is very good at their craft, and it's pretty sharp seals on the stone on all
Okay.
of the edges there.
And just to clarify, because like at this point we've basically checked both of like all the walls in the hall, and then like in this smaller hall as well, and we haven't found anything as far as like crevices, cracks, resets. Okay.
I'll say that basically Gardain's checks covered most of the nearby walls. Yeah.
Okay.
His little search that he did. So.
Well,
Dimitri, you want to do anything?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anything you want to do on your side of the wall?
You got
I don't know.
you got the little coffer and the strange little figure that you took out of it.
I'm gonna just keep casting like firebolt towards the top
Okay.
of the slope. Just see
Alright.
what I can get done with that.
All right. So blasting away at the stone.
Can he see the locking
Blast.
mechanism on his side? Sorry, I should not be asking that. I got curious. I was like, I'm just wondering if it's like inside the stone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that
from your side, you wouldn't really be able to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
No, you're good. No worries.
I thought you were looking up something.
Oh no.
Sorry. So I'll ask the scholar. Gardain will ask the scholar if he has any knowledge of this culture's like how they do traps, and if he would have any sort of knowledge on how to release the traps or what we could do.
So Girdell looks to you and says, "I'm terribly sorry, Master Dwarf. This is beyond the scope of my particular inquiries and research. I never imagined that they would have such devious contraptions down here."
Okay, and then we'll ask Ashari will ask Dimitri's brother if he has any ideas.
Let's see. So Damien here. Would Damien have any insight on this? We'll have Damien do a quick history check, just in case. So he rolls a 15, which isn't bad. He's going to take a look at it here. And he steps up and sort of puts his gauntleted hands up against the stone, sort of feeling. Holy Lathander, guide me in this, that my brother may not perish a second time. And he sort of tries to push really hard. No! And he sort of shakes his head. He doesn't seem to be having any particular insights, though, to add, but he does seem a bit distressed at the current predicament.
Well, it seems like we might have to search for a release mechanism somewhere else.
Um, Well, you
Or-
run that way. Luna's gonna be like, "I'll search this
Did-
direction," and goes running back down the hallway this way.
Yeah,
Did
guarding
blasting the-
search.
Did blasting the stone with firebolt do anything?
Not
Was it
particularly.
doing any
no.
visible damage?
Not really, no. You're seeing blackened bits of soot on the stone up there.
What if
Ooh.
Meepo started blasting it with force damage?
I mean, he could.
Let's
He
see.
certainly could. You control Meepo, so I mean, you can make those decisions. If that's what you want to have him start doing.
His Eldritch Blast is gone. He'll do a magic missile like towards the top.
Okay. Fires out 3 bolts of magical energy. There's a bit of cracking of some of the stone with the impact of the magic, but it's not any substantial damage, we'll say. Anybody who's there, Meepo included, on this other side, can basically guess from what's happening and, his attempts with the magic. You could, in theory, try to break through the stone, right? Try and bust through at some point. It would probably take a lot of time, though, and a lot of effort.
Gotcha.
So it'd be a matter of how much time are you willing to spend to try and work on this and break through. And yeah.
Hey, Lena, you said there were skeletons up here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So up in this hallway, it was like lined with skeletons.
Okay, I'm gonna go down here.
Oh, also this on the wall. So these little nooks on the wall are like these different animal head, like made out of like different, like I think metal, like brass or something. Anyway, this one that you just walked past is that of an eagle, and it has something in its beak, and we were not able to dislodge it earlier. So that's also just like a little side note.
Okay, I'm gonna come in this hallway.
Okay, so as you approach it here, and as you're standing there kind of at the corner, I'll give you the description of it basically. Along both sides of the corridor, you can see there's it's mostly shrouded in dark shadows, and there are human figures that appear to be floating above the floor. But as you approach, you see that the figures seemingly are suspended in the air, are actually withered corpses standing upright on sort of a ledge 2 feet above the floor. And they're just kind of lined there,
Okay,
either side.
I'll be right back. I have to go make a bottle.
Okay, sure thing.
I guess while he's gone, Lena's gonna have been looking at the other, like through this hallway, looking at the other animal heads, seeing if there's anything about them that she might be able to discern that might open something.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I can give you the description of the hallway again if you'd like.
Nah, I'll just roll because I remember the description pretty well. Although I don't remember the exact animal heads. But I'm okay just rolling like insight, to see if I find anything.
Sure. So you've got a coyote, a grinning bear, a bison, and then like an eagle.
The eagle. Okay, it was the coyote I forgot. So, okay, the bison, grinning bear, coyote, and eagle.
And the eagle was the one that was here, apparently trapped, that had something in its beak that you tried to pull away.
And did we see what it was? Wasn't it like a ring of some sort?
So it was okay. So it had something that was kind of shiny in it, and when you got closer to it, it appears to be like it's like a golden circlet or a bracelet. It did just seem to be like not mundane, like potentially something magical. But when you guys tried to get at it to the jaws kind of clamped shut and sort of trapped it there. Yeah, so it's kind of like wedged there in the mouth of the eagle now after the trap went off.
Yeah. Well, I doubt that bracelet or ring is needed to open the door. All right, and he didn't see anything around that other corner that would have been helpful.
Gardain?
Yeah. He didn't find
Nope.
anything down here.
So, well,
Okay.
he found a door. There is a door here at the end of this hallway, down at the bottom.
And I apologize. I did not roll insight to see if I found anything else in this hallway other than like the eagle.
Go for it. Yep, by all means.
If it will let me scroll down. Okay.
20 insight is pretty good. As you carefully sort of inspect and look for anything out of the ordinary, you're not really intuiting anything that seems out of place. Nothing really catches your eye in that regard. The craftsmanship on each of the heads is pretty nice. Like, it's pretty convincing, even almost lifelike, these carvings. But yeah, nothing beyond that is really catching your attention here.
Okay, in that case, Lena will run back down the hallway, start banging on the wall again with her quarterstaff.
Okay. And I assume you're focusing your attacks up high like you were before?
Yep.
Okay. Is Ashari gonna assist you, or what's Ashari
Let's
doing?
have Ashari assist. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not use her. I don't know what her character sheet looks like.
So she's got her little magical sword, Shatter Spike, which is actually good for destroying physical objects. Does extra damage when it hits anything that's like an inanimate object, breaks things. She has hand axe, javelin, long sword, that's her magical sword, and looks like a dagger and whatnot. So
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess she'll use her sword then to try to.
okay. So I guess the three of you, Damien, Lena, and Ashari, you kind of crowd in there, and you sort of have to get a boost because of the height of this thing. Perhaps one of you is like standing on the knee or on the back of one of the others, and sort of hacking away at the stone up there. And it takes a good while, but you are starting to chip away at it. However, even with the assistance of Shatter Spike, this is probably going to take maybe an hour or two or longer. You're not entirely sure to make any real progress. Even then, there's no guarantee. So the question I asked last time, I'll ask again. How long would you guys pursue this endeavor? Just hacking away and trying to beat at the stone before you gave up? That's your call to make, basically. You figure you'll eventually get there. It's just a matter of how much time it's going to take.
So I feel like Ashari would keep hacking at it.
Ashari was the one saying that she wouldn't last time. It was actually Lena that's like, I'd be here for a few days until I had to leave the dungeon for fresh air.
I just assume barbarian. They're like, nah.
Right?
Gardain is gonna go down this path, all the way down.
Okay. All right.
Is there any?
When you get about halfway, Gardain, as one might expect in a place such as this, at about you get to about there. about, here-ish, halfway-ish, right? Suddenly, your presence is noticed by the corpses on the wall, which seemed completely lifeless until you got about here. And then dust comes bursting off of their bodies as you hear their creaking bones come to life, their jaws sort of uncreak as their heads turn towards you. As, let's see here. All of these suddenly surround you, jumping off of their tiny legs 2 feet off the ground and turning their eyes onto a now very alone dwarf. Uh, roll initiative. Let me clear the initiative order here real quick. Okay. 20's pretty good. Hey, you'll get to start at least. You are pretty well surrounded though in this tight hallway. In fact, you basically have one of them that's like right on top of you here. It's pretty cramped. Let's.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
All right, so I'm gonna roll for these guys in like groups of 3, just to make life easier for me, so I don't have to roll individually for each of these nasty undead creatures.
Smart.
So, all right, so first group didn't roll super well. Sorry, there are a lot of these guys. I honestly thought you guys were going to just avoid this hallway completely after the description and everything.
Leave it to Gardein to go down the hallway that obviously should not be walked down.
Good old Gardein. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. Otherwise, you'd strangle him. No.
One will not know if that is the solution until one tries.
This is true. So for another group, they roll pretty bad.
Just so you know, we can see their. You just posted their dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
see
rolling dexterity. I wonder why does Roll20 do that? Like the default is supposed to be that you guys don't see these rolls.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean,
That's
it
why I
doesn't
was
make any
letting you know.
difference. It doesn't make much of a difference because it's just it's just their turn order for right now. But it's still a little frustrating, So the
Yeah.
next group's gonna get 10s. All right, and the next group rolls 12. And once more. And we'll just make the last one in that group too. Okay, has everybody else rolled? Granted, the rest of you are way down the hall. You're gonna have to hear what's going on before you run to your friend's rescue. But has everybody else rolled initiative?
I did not. I wasn't sure if we had heard. Sorry.
So you did hear, but you're still going to be on the turn order, so to speak.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want to roll for Ashari?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay. And then I guess Meepo can join us.
Oof. The Shari didn't roll good.
Okay. All right. Is everybody on the initiative
Like-
order then? We're good?
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably roll for Damien too. Here, real quick.
Looks like Ardayan is the only one rolling well today, so
Hey,
we'll just
he's
put
the
you in the front of every
he's the
battle.
one who really needed to in this particular situation. So it's a good thing he rolled as well as he did there.
True.
So we'll go in descending order. And yeah, Gardain, you get to go first, sir.
Gardain will
What?
immediately cast his channel divinity of Turn Undead.
Knew that was coming. All right, sure. So that's going to be, what's the radius, the range on that?
30 feet. All undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet. So I think they're all within 30 feet of you for sure. Okay.
Also, what is their
Alright.
challenge rating?
That's for me to know and you to wonder about. What is the threshold? What challenge rating
Half.
does it need to be? So 1/2 or lower, and they just die, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Constitution saving throws. Is that what we're making here?
No, wisdom.
Wisdom saving throws. And good for you. Zombies aren't very wise. So let's make a bunch of saving throws. You're not seeing these rolls, right? I should have fixed it.
No, I haven't seen any roll.
And the DC is
It's my spell thing, right? Spell save
your
DC
spell save
14.
DC. 14. Okay.
Does that take into effect any like modifiers or anything like that, or is it just the spell save
should.
DC?
It's just your spell save DC.
Okay.
Okay. 14. Okay. Making so many rolls here. Okay. Okay. So, as you reach out, what is it like when you cast your channel divinity, Guardian?
Basically,
Start with you here.
I hold out my my symbol Muhammon, and I basically just like I'm holding it with my warhammer, and I basically like slam it down, and I'm like, in the name of Muhammon, be gone.
Okay. Fantastic. And one more time on the description of your destroy undead for your turn undead ability. How exactly does that work? Can we get that in the chat here real quick? I just want to make sure.
It says if they fail their saving throw and their challenge rating is half or below, they're instantly destroyed.
Okay. Can you go ahead and put it in the chat?
It's in the chat at the bottom of that turn
it is?
undead. Yeah.
Okay, there it is. Okay. Sorry for that. Well, an undead fails its saving throw against your turn undead feature. This creature is instantly destroyed. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So you let loose, holding on to that symbol, and you say your prayer to Muhammad, and this shockwave of light just flows out from your body. And it literally causes each of these zombies to just kind of be pushed back up against the wall as they were reaching out towards you. Their decrepit, rotting fingers just kind of disintegrate and flows up their arms, and all but 4 of them burst into dust as your power of your god just annihilates them.
Perfecto.
That was one of the coolest things that just happened. Sorry. I wish Leah was there to actually have seen that, because that would have been real badass to watch.
Yeah, no one in your group's gonna believe you when you
Yeah,
tell
pick
them
her, it
about
didn't happen, bro.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Right.
But yeah, the
They'll see the
shockwave
aftermath.
just releases out, and they just disintegrate in front of you. These others made their save though, and are unaffected by your channel divinity. And that is your action for the turn. Do you have any other things you're doing on your turn?
I will. No, I don't. I need a minute though. Sorry.
Okay, sure thing. Dimitri, it's technically your turn, though you're hidden away. You can't really hear from here what's going on with your friend Gardain, but just for the heck of it, in these 6 seconds, is there anything specific you're doing in the darkness of your little hole?
In here, no. Just
Twiddling the thumbs?
meditating. Waiting
about
for
your life
inspiration to come to
choices.
me.
Okay.
Have you checked the podium yet? Did you do that
I believe
last
I have.
round? Okay.
Yeah.
So just firebolting.
Yep, he's been firebolting the
Just
stone.
trying to create a little bit of a crack in the top so I can see through to the other side, or at least communicate.
Already see the locking mechanism. I don't know why Lena's real focused on that locking mechanism that she imagines must be up there. Takes a lot of faith in what Gardain tells her.
Okay. We'll give Mason a second to get back then, as the next up is the zombies attacking him.
By the way, what is it that you picked up, Colby, off the altar? I didn't remember. Was it a
It was
scroll
like a
or
box
book?
with junk in it.
No, it was a box. Did you try putting the box back? No.
So the silver coffer was unlocked, but it did have a little latch. Yeah, you open up the box there. Yeah, you found a strange little copper figurine inside, narrow with some fins on it, looking somewhat like a fish. And written on the side of the figurine were some strange runes. And on the slimmer end was sort of like a small arched square panel of the coffer. You feeling okay?
I am
A little
not.
under the weather? I'm sorry, man.
Yes, since we're all actually sick.
Aw, dang.
It's rough.
I mean, I can try putting the box back.
Sure. Take it and place it back on the pedestal gently. Do you leave the figurine inside, or do you keep the figurine?
I'll put the figurine inside and say sorry.
Sorry. Just leaving it open? Are you closing the coffer? What are you doing?
Close it, put it back where how I found it.
Close the lock, little latch. I'm sorry. Nothing seems to happen though.
Say,
Good
if
thought,
that
though.
actually solves this situation, I'll laugh.
That would be kind of funny.
Would be.
Do.
One day when I have a campaign of my own, I'll do that just to screw with players.
That'd be pretty
Just
funny.
like, just a one-time thing.
So what's new? I guess.
Uh,
Hey, he's back. All right.
So, sorry about that. My son had a blowout. I had to
Oh,
help.
it's all right.
I had to help with that.
Those are the fun.
Yeah.
Those are so fun. Okay, so next up in the order is one of the zombies that survived. This one right here to your side. It turns to you and it tries to slam you with its fist as hard as it can. Okay, but it's almost like a small child trying to, overpower an adult, as it just kind of ineffectually sort of bounces off of your armor to no effect. Next, this one up above you here steps forward, and we'll do the same. Slam attack. This time rolling a 16 to hit. Not enough? Nope. Similarly, you bat it away with your shield or some such, sidestepping, if you will. Let's see if our paladin friend Damien maybe hears the commotion and your blast of energy that destroyed a bunch of zombies, perhaps. Let's see. Oddly enough, he does. From all the way down the hallway, he hears something's not right. Something feels wrong by Lathander. And he turns from his work here and starts rushing in your direction. And we'll end his turn. Next up is another zombie. This one behind you here. So again, tries to punch you in the face with its decaying, nasty, smelly hand that it probably never washed when it was alive anyway. And with a 14, it too bounces off harmlessly. Ashari, you're in control of Ashari. She just saw Damien run off. Is she going to try and follow, or is she going to continue smacking away at the stone?
Well, I would. So Damien said something's not right and took off running, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Ashari would keynote on that and follow.
Cool. All right.
Let's see. Her speed is 40, so she's gonna dash. Well, she's following Damien, so she's gonna go to him. And I feel like she would go to him and ask him, like, what's going on? But so she's not gonna, like, pass him up or anything.
He would have made it a little bit further because he probably would have dashed. So he would have made it to about there.
Oops.
And he'll turn over his shoulder and say, "I'm not sure. Something's not right though. I heard something."
And she's like, I got your back.
Cool. Meepo.
Meepo. Here. He probably wouldn't leave.
Okay.
He'll just, even though probably futile, will just keep slinging where he created cracks before.
All right. Sounds
Trying
good.
to chip away at this stone here.
Smack. Trying to break the stone wall. Cool. Lena.
Okay, Lena is probably gonna stand there for a moment and just look at the door. look down the hall, look back at the door, look at Meepo, see that everyone else is running down the hall, and then just be like, Meepo, just keep throwing rocks at that crack, okay? I'll be right back. And she's gonna dash.
Alrighty. Cool.
She'll probably make it that as far as everyone else.
Groovy. Next up is the final zombie. It's gonna move over here and take another fisticuff. Put it there, you dwarf. Put it there. And try and smack you in the face a couple times. That's actually what the zombie did, by the way. Really out of character compared to the other zombies. Don't know why. But with a 16, it just kind of clanks off of your helmet you're wearing to no effect. These zombies feel beneath you, Gardain, at this point. And it is your turn again.
Gardain will cast Word of Radiance.
All right. Word of Radiance. And that's an area of effect around you.
Yep.
Correct? 5 feet?
5 feet around
So
me.
they all will be affected with Constitution saving throws, DC 14. Okay, 2 fail, 2 succeed. We'll say these 2 on the right will succeed, and these other 2 fail their saves, taking 8 radiant damage, correct? It's all or nothing on that, right?
Yep.
All right, anything else on that?
Nope, that's it. That's an action. So.
Dimitri, twiddling your thumbs, I assume.
Just waiting for death to take me, I guess.
That's really sad, especially when he just sounds worse because you're sick. It's just like, oh man, dude, are you okay?
You still got firebolt it?
You
I will
talk
probably have to
someone,
go at like 9:30 today, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. It's all right though. I understand. Okay, zombies try to bludgeon you again, sir. To no avail. And another one. Rolls 20. Hits you for 3. That one just kind of, it still hits your helmet, but it like does so in an awkward angle and just kind of rings your head a bit. Ugh. Knocks you a little bit for a loop for 3 bludgeoning damage. Okay. And our valiant paladin will continue rushing forward. He used the dash action, so he can't quite make it, and he can't act now because he already used his action to dash. He sees the undead and he says, "My Lathander's light! I will save you, dwarf!" Calling out towards you. And that will end his turn. Another zombie tries to tickle you. He really does. It's awkward. He rolled a 9, no damage, but he like tickle, tickle, tickle. It stinks horribly, and you just feel like, oh man, don't even want to know what this guy was like when he was alive. Ashari.
Ashari is just going to continue following Damien.
Cool.
She was right here, so. Yeah, she'll get. Well.
So she's faster than him. She can
Yeah,
probably make it to the
she
zombie,
can.
but if
She can.
she dashes.
She dashed to there. Yeah.
All right, and that's her turn. Meepo keeps slinging, I assume.
Keep going.
Just keep on slinging.
Just
Keep on slinging.
Let me click on this.
Lena.
Lena's gonna pause down this hallway and kind of look back, wondering if it's a good idea to leave Meepo and the scholar completely unprotected in that hallway. But she will continue to dash, and she'll make it to this hallway up here after
Cool.
that quick little mental note of anxiety.
Another zombie tries the 1,000 years of death on you. Rolls a 13 though, and just kind of bounces off your bum. It's really awkward. No damage dealt. I think you got that reference, which makes me happy.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. As Damien runs up and says that he will assist, Gardain will say, "I have this under control," and then right as he says control, he casts Word of Radiance again.
And another blast of radiant energy flies out from your body, knocking into the zombies all around you. Constitution saving throws all around. That is a failure, a success, and a success. So this top one here is going to take 6 more radiant damage from your spell, but the others are unaffected this time. Dimitri, doing your thing.
Becoming one
Waiting
with
for
the
the
darkness.
cold. Waiting for the cold embrace of death to come. More zombies. I don't know. This one, it's awkward. You think he's like trying to give you a high five. Misses because you aren't really responding. Rolls a 12. Next one here just kind of like rubs your leg a little bit. It's yeah, I don't know.
This is starting to get a little weird for me.
I don't know,
Gardain's
man.
like, that's the first one to die next time that turn comes around.
The paladin arrives triumphantly to assist you as Damien saunters up and pulls out his long sword to attack one of these here, swinging two-handed. He misses horribly. Almost critical failure, not quite. But a swing and a miss by Damien. He doesn't have extra attack, I don't think. So, yeah, he just gets the one attack for now. And another zombie here. This is the one that was tickling you. He continues to try to tickle you. Rolls a 20 this time, though, and his rotted fingernails actually get like between the plates of your armor, and the tickling hurts for 4 bludgeoning damage. I don't know how tickling does bludgeoning damage, but we're going to go with it because I said so. And then it's Shari's turn. He took off, so we're just going to assume that Ashari's attacking with her sword. And we'll go ahead and we'll do that. So, sword attack, stabby, stabby. She does that twice. What is the zombie's AC? Low. So, she hits for 6.
Hey, Dad.
Yes? I have a naked toddler in front of a camera. Let's not do that on the internet. That's a bad idea.
I'm like, don't think anything was shown, so.
I know you want. He loves seeing himself on the camera. He absolutely loves it. Here, go with Mama. You gotta go get dressed. Put some clothes on, and then you can come back and say hi. Okay?
Go into the bedroom. 1, 2.
He is a stinker.
3.
Oh, goodness.
He
Can't
loves
wait till
bath
we get to that age.
He's gonna be 4 here in a couple months. I can't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah, time flies.
Time does fly. I had a friend that we met up with the other day who has like a newborn. I was like,
Mhm.
my goodness, I feel like it was just like yesterday my kid was that age and she's already, year and a
Mhm.
half. Sorry.
It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's insane. I always, working at the doctor's clinic, I always see like the 18-month-old kids come in. I'm like, wow, they're so big. And now I'm like, oh, wait, my kid's like 18 months. Crazy.
Yep. Still can't believe our 1-year-old's gonna turn 2 in a couple months too. It's nuts.
Yeah.
They're stinkers, but they sure are cute.
Yeah, mine's walking now.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's when you really gotta baby-proof the house.
Yep.
If you
And
haven't already.
she's beginning to throw little tantrums.
Mhm.
Not big, she's not quite to the terrible twos, but
Right.
I can see them coming, like,
Mhm. Yeah, you got those terrible 2s. Then you got to really watch out for the FU3s.
oh, is that what they call it? I heard it was the
Yeah.
trouble threes. Yeah,
Mm.
the terrible twos and the trouble threes.
No. They get. They test your
FU3s.
patience at 3.
Got it. Not looking forward
It's not
to
that.
that.
It's not that bad. Well, at least ours wasn't. Every kid's different,
Yeah.
They're just learning how to press the boundaries and try stuff and see what they can get away with, and they're smart
Yeah.
enough now to know how to lie. So
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I guess my son decided after the blowout that he needed to puke everywhere. So
they do that.
Sounds about
It's
right.
all right. It's okay. These things happen. Ashari and Damien both attacked zombies. Damien missed Ashari, cut into one twice with her mighty sword, dealing deep wounds. But the creature still stands, smelling awfully, tickling you, because that's the one that was tickling you. And Meepo keeps throwing rocks. Lita, you're up.
Lena pokes her head around this corner and first off realizes that all of the bodies that she saw down there earlier are now like little piles of dust. And there's only 4 there. And one is doing an awkward high five with Dimitri's brother. The other one is tickling Gardean. And Ashari is slicing into this other one over here. And she just kind of like,
Yeah, it's an awkward scene at this point.
Yeah, and then she just kind of slowly steps back around the corner and decides,
this is
maybe
a little
I'm
weird.
leaning over where Dimitri is more so than here.
Listen,
They look like
Gardein,
they've got this taken care of, and she's gonna start dashing back down the hall.
listen, Gardein, Mason, I didn't intend to make these like pervy, zombies. It just kind of turned out that way.
hey, you know
I'm
what?
sorry.
The dice gods have spoken. So
Just how it happened.
It's kind of how it turned out. I don't know. I was running out of ways to describe them ineffectually trying to slap you with their slam attack, because that's all they can do. They don't have weapons. They just They weren't hurting you because your AC is so freaking high. So I'm like, how can I make this a little more entertaining? Well, he's tickling you.
Have you guys ever seen that video of the one turtle slapping the other turtle in the
No.
face? Okay, I'm sorry. It gets me every time, but okay. I'll send it to you guys later.
You should put it in the Facebook chat sometime. Yeah.
I will.
So Lena retreats after seeing a rather awkward scene around the corner and not wanting to get involved. And another zombie tries to hurt you in strangely inappropriate ways. 16 does not hit. because your AC is ridiculous. And it's your turn again, Gardein.
This is the best pickle fight ever, I said as I cast Word of Radiance again.
Okay. 4 more Constitution saving throws for 9 potential damage. With a DC 14, and only one of them makes their save this time. We'll say this guy here makes his save. The others all take 9 damage. As your radiance emits. Now that would be enough, potentially, to destroy 2 of them, to kill them with this blast of radiant energy. But they're zombies, so they kind of persist a bit. They make some Constitution saving throws to see if their undead takes hold. Let's see. 5 plus the damage taken, so they dealt. You got 9 damage. So a DC of 14. All right. So you watch as this one gets blasted down and doesn't seem to move anymore. But this one falls to the ground, but then sort of rises back up with its undead fortitude taking hold. It will not go to the grave so easily, at least not a second time. And it stands. Alrighty. Dimitri, what do you contemplate in the darkness? You start singing Simon and Garfunkel a little bit to yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Fantastic. Zombies. I don't know, poke you with one finger, and it does nothing. That one's gone. That one's dead. Damien is going to
Hello.
attack with his long sword.
Hello.
Hello.
With a mighty hit.
Emergency interruption notification from Rocky Mountain Power.
13
Emergency power
slashing
interruption
damage.
today, Saturday,
It cuts
March
into this
25th,
one.
starting at 9:30 p.m. and ending on Sunday, March 26th at 1:30 a.m.
Zombie will
Lasting
make
for
a
approximately 4 hours. The
Constitution
interruption
saving
will affect
throw,
523 customers in Clearfield
but
and
it
Syracuse,
fails.
Utah.
It falls to dust
Emergency
under
interruption
the
is
blade.
necessary to replace a power pole from an earlier vehicle accident. While we are suspending numerous planned interruptions due to weather
This
events,
one right here.
this interruption is
It's going to
critical
keep
to
tickling you
preserving system
because
reliability
it likes
and
that for
safety.
some reason.
Our crews will take
I
all
don't know.
steps possible to minimize the length of the interruption, but some of the work will
19
be
to
safely
hit.
performed with the
For
service
5
machinery.
bludgeoning damage,
As
Garden.
a precaution, please unplug any sensitive electronic equipment during the interruption. Rocky
And
Mountain Power
then it's
appreciates your
Ashari's turn.
patience. Thank you.
So, sorry, what were you saying?
You took 5 bludgeoning damage from the one tickling you that refused to die, and now it is Ashari's turn.
Okay, Ashari's gonna attack
Okay,
with
she
her
gets 2 attacks.
longsword. 2 attacks, two-handed, right?
Sure.
All right. Eat your sandwich, bud. Richard. I'm doing this too.
Yeah, those both hit, and it'll make another Constitution saving throw to see if it can stay alive. What's the total damage she dealt? 19?
19, yep.
19 plus 5. Okay, so that's a DC 24. It almost made it. It got a natural 20 and rolled a 23. Just barely didn't make enough for it to have its undead fortitude. Keep it alive for another turn. Alrighty. Meepo throws stones. Lena, I assume, continues her trek back towards.
Yep, make it back.
And our final zombie boy will, I don't know, try to give you an awkward hug.
Bring it in, bro. Bring it in.
And with a 10, it's super awkward with a 10. Just like, oh gosh, get off of me, man.
I feel like it's like
Like,
Black Panther, as like they're like trying to hit me and stuff. My armor's just absorbing it, and then I'm just the word of radiance back out to
Yeah, basically.
Um,
It is your turn again, Mr.
well, with my one turn, I'm gonna just swing my warhammer at him. My magic warhammer that I keep forgetting is magic. That I don't know what the magic thing is.
All right, it smacks down, and yeah, that's going to be well, not a lot of damage, unfortunately. 3 bludgeoning. Seems to do a little more than that damage,
What?
though.
This is 3.3 plus 5 is 8, right? What is the plus 5?
The
Oh,
plus
with the
5 is
crit.
if you had
Crit.
gotten,
Yep.
if you get, yeah, but you didn't have advantage on the roll, so we go with the first number. So, all right. Dimitri, hello, darkness, and Damien. The lad of the Thandar slices into it for 13 damage, but it still stands. Ashari. Mason.
Yeah, sorry.
Ashari.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at my warhammer. I was like, that does seem awfully low. Ashari will swing.
Ooh, a crit. Pretty nice. Ooh. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So
Good luck.
15, 23 plus 5. So yeah, 28 is the DC. I don't think it's even possible for the zombie to make that save. But we'll roll just for funsies. Nope. As it falls below the blow of your barbarian friend. And the dust settles.
I'll look at Ashari and Damien, and I'll be like, I had that under control.
Yeah, you really did. I'm half tempted. Should I just give
Oh.
only Gardain the experience for the ones he blew up with his Destroy Undead? He kind of did that alone. I don't know. Something to think about. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
feel
I
like
won't
you're
complain.
against it.
I won't complain, but I will stay out of the voting on that one.
I mean, it's not a lot of experience points. They're just zombies. It's like 25, 50
There
experience
was
points
this
each.
one right under me.
Yeah, he died already.
Oh.
The Destroy Undead. I just never moved him because you were covering him.
Got it.
But yeah, the dust settles in the wake of the carnage of your holy light.
What smell? I don't know. Be right back.
No problem.
Lena's gonna continue pounding at that door. She's trying to chip away enough to either communicate with Dimitri or to see a portion of this locking mechanism.
Okay. Alrighty. Smacking with the shillelagh empowered, I assume, over and over again. And I'm gonna assume that these other 3 are just gonna head back down this way. Maybe Gardain intends to go back there, but we can deal with that when he comes back.
Can we see what's down the hallway? I'm imagining Gardain would have been able to see it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So it ends pretty shortly thereafter with a door. Boop. Got a little door there on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. My bad. Should have revealed that before. What with him going around the corner there. But Damien certainly returns and assists you, Lena. As does Ashari.
You got 30 minutes to charge it.
Here.
Your phones.
Yeah. Any new strategies, brilliant
That's,
ideas of how you guys want to handle this?
apparently
You're
they're
just pounding away at this.
Our group's not really good at brilliant ideas. Usually we just end up pounding away at most things.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'd say unless Gardan wants to go back and check that hallway to see if there's anything there that could possibly reset
Hmm.
the trap, but
So I'm definitely gonna say at least by this point you guys have spent at least an hour in this area with Dimitri Dark trapped for an hour in this enclosed space.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have everybody real quick roll a d6 for poison damage from prolonged exposure down here.
That first one was for Gardein, and the second one is for Ashar.
Gardein gets to take half damage on poison because he's dwarf, so you take nothing on that one then, since you rolled a 1.
And the second one was Ashari, so she takes 3.
Alrighty, so go ahead and take that off of her hit points there then.
So I just got a phone call from Rocky Mountain Power. Apparently, in about 25 minutes, they're shutting off power to change a power pole for 4 hours.
Oh crap! That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I can join the video call on my phone.
Hey, if you want to, by all means.
Yeah.
You know.
So there we go.
That's about the time frame where I have to log off anyway.
Okay. Well, I guess we can call it there. It's kind of a short session. I feel kind of bad, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm the one who should feel bad. I'm sorry, Matt.
Oh, you're okay, dude. You don't need to feel bad. It's all right, man. Things happen. You're sick. Don't feel bad. It's okay. It's more just, I want to play more. That's all. I like hanging out with you guys when we have our game nights and stuff. And
I mean, I had a lot of fun this session, so.
I know you get to be a badass with your destroy undead. That was pretty cool.
that was really cool. Not gonna lie, I was impressed.
As soon as he was like 15 zombies popped up, I was like, turn undead! Run away!
Like I knew that was what you were gonna do.
The fact that they all like just turned to ash in your wake, I was like, all right.
Like,
he doesn't
the funny
need
thing
our
is,
help.